Hello all. In this video, what I'm going to talk is the MBBS is saturated in India. So we all know the reason being overproduction of MBBS students. There is a reason behind it because government wants doctors to go to rural places, which is not happening now. So that is what their intention is. It's a very good intention. I don't have any issues with that. But the problem is there are some doctors who really don't want to go to rural places. So for them, what are the different ways of settling? So there are three ways of settling according to me. Okay, the number one way would be to settle in India. So to India, if you want to settle, you can see on the screen. So you can see if you want to settle in India, then the only way you can earn good amount of salary is by dominating a niche. Okay, let it be any area. It can be spine surgery, it can be brain surgery, it can be gastro surgery, or it can be anesthesia, it can be anything. But you have to dominate that niche. For that, you have to do PG after your MBBS. Okay, only MBBS will not be enough. So it is a long path, and then what happens is in the process, if you are a merit student, then you'll get government seats. Since the fees is very less, you'll spend anywhere between 3 to 7 lakh rupees since you have to survive, so you'll spend that amount of money. But if you are not that meritorious, then if you're going through private colleges, see what I mean by private is not management seats. You are getting a good rank, but you're just missing the government colleges and entering the private medical colleges. Okay, DNB is another way. DNB is actually more economical, but let us talk about private medical colleges, and then around 40 to 80 lakhs you would spend to become a postgraduate. After that, most of the times, MCH and DM, if you do in a good place, the expense wouldn't be so high. But if you prefer to do in hospitals, I don't want to name, there are 20 lakhs they're taking per year, even for super specialty also. But anywhere, let us assume that you spend some 50 to 80 lakh rupees or up to a crore to become a doctor. At the end of it, what happens is there is a lot of saturation in India in different areas. By the time you finish, if you're watching, if you're a parent or a student watching this particular video, then what happens is by the end of 10 years is what you would come for practice, it will be saturated. And then at the end of all this, if you do strong branding and if you dominate the niche, if you work very hard, between 2 to 5 lakh per month in 2025, this thing, by considering inflation, by the end of 10 years, you might earn anywhere between 5 to 8 lakh rupees. So that is the amount of money you can earn. But how many people can earn this amount of money? 30 to 40% can actually reach this level. Then some people might argue that there are so many doctors who are earning 10 lakhs plus in a month. So we are not talking about the outliers because those guys are only 1 to 2%. Let us not generalize stuff. So this is a high probability that you can reach this position by 30 to 40% of people can reach this level by investing 10 years of the time and also investing this amount of money which I told. This is path number one. Here to do this, you need to put some X amount of energy, X amount of effort. Continuously you have to keep putting, only then you will reach this level. The same X amount, it's not easy if you have to put that amount of energy here. If you put the same X amount of energy, there are two more ways. Okay, first way is over. The second way I'm going to show you now. The second way is, you can see on the screen, the second way is going abroad. So I'm not telling this is easy. What I told is if you put the same X amount of energy to click in that, here what is going to happen, I'm going to show you now. Okay, the third way is going to be more interesting. You wait till the end of the video. The path is going down, you can see. So second way is about, for example, US, Australia, UK, different ways are there. For example, if you plan to go to USA after your MBBS, then USML is the path. And then anywhere between 10 to 15 lakhs you have to spend. Because sometimes it will take some years. You need some money to survive. All the steps you have to clear. You have to go to USA. Clinical skills you have to give. All that you have to do. Coachings also are very expensive. Around like 2 to 3 lakh you have to spend for books and websites and all those things are expensive. So 2 to 3 years and 10 to 15 lakhs if you spend, then you might get to USA. Once you become attending in USA, once you finish your residency, anywhere between $300 to $500,000 would be your salary. Roughly after tax deductions and all that, 1.5 to 2 crores per year you will earn. Okay, as attending in USA. This is a very high rewarding journey. But even here, the same X amount of effort you have to put, which I told to excel even in India. If you are a lazy person and if you don't want to put in a lot of effort, then you cannot succeed in this pathway. Okay, so and then the next way is the UK path. UK path is you have to write the PLAB and then you have to spend around 1 to 8 lakh rupees. By the time you actually finish or start your training there, it will be a training of around 6 to 7 years. You have to go through first foundation training and then ST training and all that. So around 7 to 8 years is what you have to spend there. And then to start the training, around 1 to 2 years of exams, lab and everything you have to spend. And by the time you finish your training and start your job, after the tax deductions and all that, anywhere between 40 to 70 lakhs per year you can earn. Okay, so then that amount of money you can make in India also. So UK is economically not that viable, but training is ultimate. Okay, but even here you have to spend the same X amount of energy and hard work. Everything needs to be done. It is not for lazy people. And then the third way is Australia. AMC pathway is what you need to write different AMC exams you have to write, and then you have to spend around 7 to 9 lakh rupees, and then 1 to 2 years of time is required to reach there. But the thing is, it's slightly economically, it is between UK and USA. Around 1 to 1.2 crores per year you can earn. If you're lucky, up to 1.52 crores also you can make in a year. So this is about Australia. So these are different ways you can settle. After this, you can go to Middle East. After this, you can go to other countries to earn money, and all that is there. There's so many videos in my channel you can actually go and watch. But this, for MBBS students, this is the path 2. In this path, you have to put significant amount of effort, but the same amount of effort you have to put in the first one. So you must be clear. So then if you ask me, then what is the third way that you are talking about? The third way is what I'm going to tell you. It is going to be interesting from here. Little risky, but it is worth. Let's go to the third way. Third way is more about MBBS and AI. What are you talking? MBBS and AI, both are totally different, no? So what are you going to tell here? I'm going to tell something very, very different. So MBBS plus AI is going to build the future of healthcare. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Okay, so there is a small a story I'm going to tell you now. For example, you are a MBBS student, and then there are certain courses which I'm going to tell you in the end of the video. You have done those courses, and at the same time you also joined in a private hospital or some government job or something you're doing, and then you're earning around 40 to 60,000 per month is what they usually give in any corporate hospital or any job you do. So you took a small 1 BHK house, so you're surviving there, and then along with that there are certain courses you have done. Okay, and then you learned how to actually build projects with the help of AI. And then along with the work, since MBBS work won't be so heavy like how the consultants work, what happens is you'll have enough free time in the evening. Again, I'm mentioning this also will work if you are putting that same X amount of energy. Okay, hard work should be there even in this. You are actually, you learned the AI with your medical background. You have built a real project. Okay, you just built a chatbot. Okay, for solving some problem of the patients, or you have I'll show you several projects that you can make, or you built a radiology enhancer to enhance the images in cell phone to just send to other people, or you made a discharge summary tool. Like these are the things. For example, you have built a chatbot, or you have built a discharge summary tool, or you have built some kind of assistant for diabetes patients or geriatric people, or some kind of AI based technology that old people actually nowadays what's happening, most of the kids are leaving and going to USA, UK and settling now. So all those people need somebody to talk. You have built something who actually takes care of them health wise, and then that kind of a chatbot you have prepared. So something you have done. Okay, this is a sample project that you do. This is not the real game. This is a sample project. Showing this particular sample project, what you will do is, now the game starts. Now you will apply. You have built a portfolio now. You are MBBS, and then you have done the courses which I'm going to tell you in the end, and then you have actually built something. Okay, and started using on the patients where you're working, or somewhere with your contacts or your relatives, or somewhere you worked, somewhere you actually tried using it. And then what happened is, you will build a portfolio in LinkedIn or somewhere, and you'll start applying for jobs. I'll tell you where to apply. There are so many small startups and large scale startups. Let me show you the smaller startups like Niramai, Dozy, Tricog, okay, Sigtuple, Cure.ai. So these are the companies where you can actually get their email IDs and you can mail them your CV. You will actually tell them that I'm so and so, and then if you give me opportunity, I would work. They would give you, I'll show you the salaries also, how much you get. They will give you some X amount of salary, which will be more than what you're getting in MBBS. It won't be more on par with the consultants of medical at this point of time. Okay, but you'll get some decent amount of money to survive. And then if you really get this, you build a portfolio for 3 to 5 years, and then you'll apply for bigger companies like Google, Microsoft and Amazon actually working on health tech now. Apple is working on wearables and preventive monitoring. Amazon is working on virtual clinics and pharmacies. Google is working on DeepMind and MedPalm and Retinal AI. Microsoft is working on Azure Health AI integration for hospitals. Pfizer, every company is into AI now. Even recent Bill Gates interview also, he told if he is young, he would have built an AI company now. So everybody obviously will enter AI because this is the future. And then with that particular portfolio, you'll apply on the bigger companies. So bigger companies need some proof of work. See, everybody needs a proof of work. So bigger company needs a proof of work from a smaller company. Smaller company needs a proof of work that of the project that you have built on your own, which you learned from a course. So something like that you have to show. And once you get into these kind of bigger companies, and then these are the kind of jobs you will get. The jobs that you are going to get are named like this. So you can be called as a clinical AI assist scientist, where you collaborate with engineers to design, test and validate AI models. Or you can be a prompt engineer in healthcare applications, where you fine-tune the language models of GPT. Or you can be a medical data analyst, or digital health consultant, AI clinical trial planner, healthcare product strategist, regulatory and ethics advisor in AI and health, virtual care architect. So many types of jobs are available. So, and these kind of jobs would increase, and they want people like you, okay, who are like doctor with some kind of a tech knowledge. And initially, this is starting pay. You can actually, these are the starting pay actually collected from people already that they are into these kind of things. It's not a new thing you're starting, but it is the beginning of the profession. So clinical AI scientists are getting anywhere between 12 to 25 lakhs. Prompt engineers will get 12 to 18. Digital health consultants 20 to 40. AI clinical trial planner 15 to, so around a lakh plus you'll get in a year for this starting pay. If you are skilled, since you're an MBBS person, if you're putting X amount of energy and hard work into this, you will excel. You will reach anywhere between 60 to 1 crore in a year. If you plan, if you work like that for 10 years, you will make your own startup, and then you will actually launch your own business in future. That's a different story. So this is how your life looks like. You will be working with AI, and then you will be, you will be in scrubs working on AI, then patients. It will be very exciting. Don't worry. It's a slight modification that you need to change. After this, where the story goes, we'll see. So the thing is like where to study is what I have to tell you. So now the thing is like even in India, Indian Institute of Science is actually a very good platform in Bangalore. They are giving a 3-month course, 1.25 lakh it seems. It is Aster Health Academy, and then second is the Talent Sprint. So these two companies, more than these two companies, the Indian Institute of Science is the game changer here. You will be working with Indian Institute of Science in a very cheaper cost, 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. It's, I think, go for a 10-month course. 2.5 lakh, 10 month is a better course. So at the end of it, you will be certified. More than certificate, what you really require is, you need the skills to build something on your own. Once you reach that position, what you do is, don't stop that, take one more course. The next course what you take is, take in a country like USA, like Harvard, like $8,500 US. It is expensive, but the thing is you require that. That is the kind of amount that you have to spend here to become professional. Okay, this is not a simple game. It's your life and death. You are trying to bet your life on AI. So you have to do the proper courses here. Go to Harvard. You don't have to go. It is an online course. Maybe some exams or some training they would give you there. You'll have to do some kind of a bigger course here. Once you finish these courses, you build your own platform while working in MBBS only, all these things. So you're not risking anything. Even if you lose something, you just lose this 10 lakh rupees. That is like nothing when you see the fees that you have to pay for all the PG and everything. So then finally what happens is, the final story is, first do a course, train, join AI in small healthcare, small startup, and then perform there, learn all the aspects, and then build a portfolio, get into bigger companies, build a bigger portfolio, and then you can actually settle with a job. You don't have to make your own startup and risk and everything. You will be just paid in very high salary if you settle in companies like Google, Microsoft and Amazon and all that. So it will take anywhere between 8 to 12 years time to reach a bigger companies. But that is the time you are actually taking, even if you are an MBBS student, to start a practice only. Building a practice will take another 10 more years. So 20 years it will take to succeed as a doctor, and God only knows whether you will succeed or not. I told you the percentages, only 20 to 30% are actually succeeding. So that amount of salary you will reach in 8 to 12 years only if you enter into this kind of jobs. So what I'm trying to tell is, MBBS is not a dead end. It's a launch pad. So the last 20 years belong to engineers who learned medicine. The next 20 years will belong to doctors who are learning the AI. So start now while others wait for the PG seat. Okay, so everyone will go in the conventional way. Nobody wants to take the risk. Okay, so this way, if you try, for example, you wasted 5 years of your time and then you realize that AI is not working and it's not for you. Even then, what I feel is you have not put enough effort, is what I feel. If you're fast and if you're putting effort, you'll succeed. If you're not succeeded, only 5 years you'll lose. Then you'll again come back, do something in medical only, and use this knowledge, and it will help you in day-to-day life. It will help you in your practice, or somewhere it will help you in future. So that is what I feel. So this is about the AI and different ways you can settle as an MBBS, as a doctor. And then if you're a parent or if you're an MBBS student watching this particular video, if you want to directly interact with me and understand in a more detailed way, you can take my mentoring, which is the link is there in the description, and then I'll sit one-on-one with you. So many people are messaging me and asking me, where should I join this? I can't decide like that. I have to sit. Every person is different. Every person's ambition is different. Every person health is different. Every person's capacity is different. Based on your situation, we have to make a plan or a strategy. Okay, my capacity is different. Another person's capacity is different. I cannot work so hard like some ex-person, and but my strengths would be different. So based on my strengths, I would actually plan my strategy of future like that. If we both are sitting together, we can make something, is what I feel. So anyway, that's a different story. But guys, if you have watched this part of the video, I think you should subscribe to the channel. As usual, Dr. Dheeraj Masapur logging off. Roger that.